What's up, you guys? Was gonna maybe think about doing like a vlog style video, but I don't know. I go really in and out of wanting to do them or not. It really be a lot of work. You know when you're in that state of when you're about to wake up? I have a lot of looks that I see around those moments, and those tend to be like some of my best looks. I saw this like a few nights ago and play off of this idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. We're gonna touch on a few things that I've been wanting to talk about, and sometimes I feel like it's easier to talk about in a vlog style video or just chit chat rather than like a whole dedicated video. Be real with me. If you don't like this video, if you watch this video and you don't like it and you're like, it was like, all right, tell me. Tell me, because I don't like making so many videos and then wasting my time because people don't enjoy it. So if it's like, no, I want to see your vlogs, tell me. I will make the vlogs. If you like this and you're like, I love seeing the creative process while we talk, tell me. I need a bit more direction. Lately, I've been feeling so inspired with makeup looks, like so many ideas coming in. I know it's because I'm in just such a good mental place and good mental clarity is here. If you see my videos, really in a place where I'm standing up for myself, not taking bullshit anymore, not letting people step on me anymore, even at work. Like, this is my price and I'm not undervaluing myself. And I feel like because I'm in such a powerful mental state, things are flowing in and out of me really, really easily, because I'm all about like energy, spirituality. The way you balance yourself is how you will reflect. And I'm babbling, but pretty much that's where I'm at. Before we start, I need to like really breathe and get into it because it's a lot of work, these looks. I'm gonna take a little moment to just rot on TikTok and eat my dessert and enjoy it, or else there's gonna be a lot going on. Feel me? It's hard for me to get into shows because like my whole family, dude, except for my dad, we're all like, if we start a show and we like it, we will stay up all night until we finish it. There's no sleeping because my entire family, we have ADHD. I am the only one that has actually been like diagnosed autistic ADHD, but like I need these shows that are like, oh yeah, it gets me in and out and I can still do other things that get distracted. The moment I'm hyper focused, bitch, you don't exist to me anymore. I am out. I've been watching a lot of Jubilees where it's like conservatives and Republicans and Trump and Kamala. And really interesting to see this debate on both sides, because I feel like we're gonna get a little bit political here. When you only see media from one side, it's so easy to get caught up in the narrative and the mob mentality and da-da-da. I think it's so important to see things from both sides because you start to see the propaganda that are on both sides. When you really get involved with one and you're around one 100%, it's hard to see that you're in it, you know? And so I've been watching like these debates from both sides and also seeing these people have respectful debates, because it's easy to be in an argument and be like, and it gets heated and then nothing gets achieved. See these videos when people are having actual conversations. It lets you think, make a decision for yourself or where you sit and what you agree on. I can understand why there's this division and that there's no middle ground, because it's just, we just agree on different things and you just believe on different things, and what you think is right is different. It's like, it's such a touchy thing because with what people believe, how they see things, what's right for you might not be right for them. There's always going to be a debate. Being open to listening to these kind of conversations is really important because it lets you think for yourself. It's just been really interesting to see because obviously times are heated. But let's move on because I don't like talking about this kind of shit either, okay? Anyways, let me enjoy my food for a second.
24-year-old Tony Booth went drinking in a bar with...
Okay, so my mic died. So we're good. Someone was asking for what I eat in a day in my animal-based video. The problem I have with those videos and why I'm wondering if I still want to do it or not is because I feel like it's really easy for those kind of videos to become very damaging. I know that it can be very helpful seeing those what I eat in a day videos because it gives you an idea of like meals and how do I prioritize certain ingredients and all this and that. But the only reason I'm really hesitant of doing those is because, like, especially with me in the past, when I was in the thick of my ED, I would watch those kind of videos and really follow it to a T. Not everybody has the same stats. Not everybody has the same activity levels. So it's really easy to like get it wrong. You know, you have to figure out what works for you, what numbers work for you. If you undereat, your body is gonna really feel it later. Or like if you're overeating, you're gonna gain some weight. I would say my activity levels are very high. I know that even though I will say like don't follow this exactly, I know it's still gonna be like an idea in some people's head. I don't know. I just think back on like how I used to be when I would watch those videos, and no matter the precautions, it still affects the choices you make and how you eat. But we will see. You guys let me know. I did do a poll on my Instagram and like majority of people said that it was helpful more than triggering. But there was still a good amount of people who were like, I find it pretty triggering. So I wanted to talk about plastic surgery. I'm going to Korea in January. I believe I'm getting plastic surgery. And when I say I believe is because I booked it, but I haven't like fully booked it yet. I go very in and out. Pretty sure I'm gonna do it at this point, but like I talked about it in my LA vlog briefly that I was thinking about it. I have fillers under my eyes and I've had fillers under my eyes for years. there's a lot of scary stuff coming out about fillers now with like how it never dissolves and it expands and this and that. And I think there is a lot of fear mongering happening. Like I think because there are some doctors and dermatologists where like if you use it right, that's not the issue. I've been doing the under eye fillers for a long time and I haven't had any issues. If anything, it's made me look a lot better and it's been really beneficial to me. Under eye fillers, even though people say it doesn't dissolve, personally, I feel like for me it does dissolve, at least to an extent, not 100%. I start to see it deflate or whatever, you know, and so my eye bags start to come out a little bit more. I start to look a little more tired. I don't want to keep putting more fillers in, and so I want to eventually get it dissolved. I really went back and forth on this decision because if you've been watching my videos, have been on this really big journey of like just finally accepting myself and loving myself for what I am. It's a constant struggle. Like there are days that I wake up and I really don't like what I see in the mirror, and there are days where I really have to pep talk myself. Obviously, there's no one that feels 100% all the time. I'm really learning how to talk to myself differently, look at myself differently. I really didn't know if I wanted to do something about my under eyes or eye bags. And I know you guys can't see it in this lighting. Like in this lighting, it looks great, but it's like when I go outside and there's lighting from overhead. But then I got to a point where I was like, honestly, like it just looks really natural. Like, yeah, I do look kind of tired, but like if you're a girl, you know, you get like one good week of the month. Like my luteal phase and my period, I would just look so incredibly tired because I have my insomnia like flares up like crazy around this time. That would really bother me. I didn't want to keep going through this back and forth, so that's why I started wondering like, what if I just got lower fat repositioning or fat graft? You're awake during it, the healing is like pretty quick. And so I started seeing a lot of people doing it and I was like, maybe I should just do that, because I know that if I got my fillers dissolved, I would not be okay with the way my under eyes look, because not only am I already used to this for years, I remember being in high school and like my friend would tell me it looked like you got punched in the eye because of how dark my circles were and like how bad my eye bags would get because I would get no sleep in high school when you had to wake up at 7 a.m. And for a kid that grew up with insomnia, like that was not it. But with the fillers, like it's not that bad. What really did it for me is I went to LA. And this really goes to show, like, I know people, they don't have an ill intent when they say these kind of things, but you really shouldn't be saying this shit to people. This bitch, okay, sweet old lady, I know you didn't mean any harm, but like that day, talk about a slap in the face, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna put makeup on today because like I just wanna be my natural self. Eye bags were like already protruding because when I go to LA, my body just rejects LA. I get bloated, I get really tired, my eye bags just swell up. LA is not for me. No offense if you love LA. I'm like, good morning, without me asking, right? Without me even saying it first. She goes, hi, how are you? And I'm like, yeah, can I get a coffee? Yeah, how's your day going? You look really tired. I was like, I'm getting the surgery. I'm getting the surgery. But it's because like at that point, the second time, because the first time I went to go see someone and I know her and like I know it's not a bad thing. Koreans, you just kind of like comment on each other's looks and it's very normal. She was there, she's like, you're tired, you look really tired. And then the lady at the coffee shop, you look really tired. And then someone else, I was like, oh, I'm tired. They're like, you look tired. And I was like, God damn, bro. Like, I didn't know I looked that tired. And so eventually I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And I'm not doing it for other people. It's genuinely for myself. That doesn't make me feel like insecure. It's more so about the fact that when I look in the mirror and I can see like what other people are seeing, it makes me feel tired even if I'm not tired. And then it just kind of like brings my mood down. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking do it. But you know what's crazy? Because I knew I was going to Korea, it was crazy because like it was such a huge mental battle trying to uphold everything that I've been preaching and learning in the last few months. Because I think it's like, it's always been such a plan in my mind, especially from when I was really young, and be like, once I go to Korea, I'm gonna get a nose job. I'm gonna get a nose job, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna get that done, because that's just how it is. That's the culture. And so like once I got the chance to finally go to Korea, it was crazy because I was like, oh my God, should I just get my nose done? But then it'd be like, bitch, you were just preaching about how you're finally learning to love yourself, and like, and then I'd be like, yeah, but like I'm just going to Korea, like should I just do it? It'd be so quick. And it was like me battling with my older self. In the end, I decided not to do my nose, and there are times when the thought, I'm not gonna lie, it does come up where I'm like, should I do it? Because again, it's been since my childhood that I've been planning this. It's not to say that I'll never do it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I'm like 10, 20 years from now, if it's bothering me and how I feel every day, I might do it. Like, where I'm looking at myself now and understanding that this is just like how my features were made for right now, I'm happy with it, and I'm not gonna try to tweak it. Because the truth is like, I really believe the more plastic surgery you get, the more you crave it. It genuinely just makes you start nitpicking everything about yourself. Yeah, this has to be like the hardest shit about being Korean. Beauty is at the forefront of your culture, and when you grow up like that, growing out of that is really hard. And I talk about it a lot. It's a mental battle that like I struggle with a lot. I think when I go to Korea, I'm gonna take you guys with me and we'll see what that whole thing is like. if it happens, it'll happen. But if I don't do it, I'm actually gonna get a tattoo by this guy, Moonchan. He's like a really dope Korean artist that I've admired for quite some time. I already spoke with him. We're gonna do a piece on my lower right back. If I do the eyelid stuff, I'm gonna book a trip out again in a few months just to go get the tattoo, because you can't, you know, get a tattoo while you just got surgery and shit. Because like I said, when my mind is set on something, I'm gonna fucking make it happen. And so, excuse me. I swear to God, onions make you gassy. Because I haven't had an onion in a very long time. I had onions today, and it's like the first time that I'm gassing up. See? Google. Confirmation. I wrote do onions, and the suggested was, do onions make you gassy? Yes, onions can make you gassy because they contain fructans, which are carbs that are difficult for the small intestine to absorb. When they reach the large intestine, they ferment good bacteria, producing gas. All those bitches eating onion boils on TikTok, I know your shit stink. No shame. Okay, this is actually going to be a little bit difficult because I really want to do this ombre color. I don't really know what else to talk about. Getting kind of hard to do this. Actively trying to blend colors on my face. This is so stupid the way I did this. You know what's playing on my mind for some reason? No one knows what it means. It's provocative. I'm gonna do the rest off camera, and if I find something else to talk about, I'll come back to you, okay? Okay, I had nothing left to talk about, but tell me to fucking slay this shit. Take my time. Every detail counts, okay? Every detail counts. Alright, let me stop being fucking obnoxious. Yeah, I think this look is done, right? By the way, dude, okay, Patrick Ta, it's expensive, right? They sent me their palettes gifted, so this is not sponsored. I use this for this eye and for some areas in here. Look how soft the ombre, the way these colors, it's quality. When I was blending everything together, it was like instant, melted into each other, didn't fall out. It just blended so beautifully together. It is a good palette. Let me know what you thought this style of the video if you're still here. If no one's here, I'm never gonna make it again. If you enjoyed these more casual chit chats, updating you on what's in my mind, what's going on in my life, let me know. Or if you really want like a true vlog, again, like I said, let me know. But I love you guys.